Good, we're working. Right, okay, game on, I think. Yeah, game on. Let's do this. Welcome everyone to Steam Hibernation, or should I say welcome. This is of course Sonic Lost World. It is a game that has just come out on Steam, however it was a game that was released on the Wii-U in 2013. It was kind of a bit of an oddity because it was a Wii-U after the greatness that was Sonic Generations, which was a great love letter to kind of everything right, and even quite a few of things that were wrong about the Sonic 2D and 3D Sonic games. They released this, which is really quite unique, and I'm quite going to just show you a lot of it. Yeah, I played about 10 minutes before just to make sure it worked. I'll have something to say about the port as well once we start. But yeah, this is your story. This goes on way too long. I'm going to spoil that right now.
Drop the critters, Eggman!
Despondent Sigh is probably going to be the commentary for most of the cutscenes. But you don't have like a zillion characters, so it's not. In terms of awfulness, it's not. Well, it's mostly not kind of. It doesn't have that weird adolescent hedgehoggery that games like oh god, like games like Sonic the Hedgehog Next Gen did, where it's just absolute nonsense. This is, at least it makes sense. It looks, it's cartoony. But it's a pretty weird, it's a pretty lame setup for a story. Well, it's not a lame setup for a story, really.
That must be the lost hex. Cool.
Get shot by a laser here.
Less looking, more landing.
All right, I can land this, but it's gonna be bumpy.
Yeah, this game did not get great reviews on the Wii U. It's considered one of two things. It's either considered, hello. We're in the game. So yeah, so this is the gimmick. You are on a tube. So it's kind of, so some people have called it kind of like Mario Galaxy meets Sonic, which is a pretty accurate definition, really. Some people who are a bit kind of people of a certain age, basically, if they've heard of it, call it similar to a game called Sonic Extreme, which was never released. Yeah. But yeah, this is kind of got some weird controls. You actually don't run by just pushing forward. You actually have to hold down a run button with the right trigger, which actually took us some getting used to. I actually beat the first level without it in the first place. You can do stuff like free running, and you got kind of set places like this, of course. The game has quite a good frame rate. I mean, obviously it's going to be a bit tempered by the fact I'm recording, but yeah, if you know I've played a Sonic game, then congratulations for living under a rock. But you run around, you collect rings, 100 rings to kill one up. Don't do that. I don't even know when getting the bell. If I remember correctly, it does give you an extra thing, and I've already missed half of them in the level. One of the things that got added in Sonic Generation in particular, so this is our, so that's our free running move. You can like jump up to random things and then stand on the roof. So they finally learned that Sonic, that Mario 64 exists, and obviously Mario Galaxy. A bit late, of course, but whatever, better late than never. So the level's actually really cool looking, I've got to be honest. Kind of, I wonder how much it kind of feels like a Sonic themed Mario Galaxy, I suppose. Okay, this is the main gimmick of the game. If you have something called color palettes, which are in the previous game, Sonic Colors, and this is kind of like a spiritual sequel to that. that was actually considered a very good game. The problem I have with those powers is a lot of them are very overpowered, which means basically you don't so much you play them, you kind of skip like whole sections.
Take it easy there.
Right, so that is
Stay calm, little guy.
that's Pink the Hedgehog and Red the Not Hedgehog, and
Sonic,
all their
get
little
those
friends.
animals back
It's
from Eggman.
and this is Sonic taking his your kind of with his GoPro kind of selfie in.
Just the one? Weak. I would have gotten them all back by now.
Save the rest of them.
What? Let me go.
Oh, I hate to think what Eggman's doing to those poor things.
I'm on it.
Just a bit slow on the uptake. There must, I suppose, in the Lost Text they probably get really terrible Wi-Fi or something. Right, so this game came with free DLC based on the video game Nights into Dreams, which is a game I probably will Steam Hibernation as well, even though I have played bits of it. And it's not really a new game on Steam by a mile, but then again, you know, I barely ever cover them. Alright, Winter Hill 2, so that's your kind of game world, it's all hexes, there's like items you can collect as well. Right, so you have your Badniks, you have and flamboyant Dr. Robotnik over there. He is a member of what's called the Deadly Six, which not related to the Sinister Six, if you're a comic fan. And
I conquered you, didn't I? And with your help, I'll not only rule the world, I'll finally destroy that blue nuisance, Sonic.
yeah, you do the thing.
Eggman wants the little hedgehog destroyed.
Yeah, well, I feel like destroying something.
That's what I like about you, Zaz. Always ready for a fight, even before you know what you're fighting.
There we go, there's your character establishment.
Bring it on and I'll rip it up.
Win or lose, I'll learn something about our enemy.
There, vague coherence, it's not, you know. So, here's the other kind of, I don't want to call it like an action focus, but kind of another type of level. Oh, I forgot to mention actually, you have a homing attack like you do in a lot of 3D games, which lets you basically lock onto enemies and you hit A twice. You also have a double jump. But, I mean, the interesting thing is the homing attack usually just jumped you forward, which was annoying, and usually got you dying. But here, it actually jumps you, makes you go jump up. You can just kind of jump, you know, you can do things like that. Let's see if we can get up there. So yeah, this is the second kind of action focus of the game, where you got these kind of 2D style levels where you can kind of, where the kind of level kind of moves around. Which I suppose is the thing, I don't remember if Galaxy have any levels, so I suppose if we're talking about comparison to that game.
I'm gonna have to bring in my A game if I want to mop the floor with this funny foot.
Right, so we've got a black hole. Interesting thing is, what you probably already noted, I can kind of collect bits of the environment, and that'll make my kind of radius bigger, if you will. Right. This is kind of sort of mini game. Oh. Oh well. It's fine. I don't know what the red rings do in this game. They usually, in Sonic Generations, oh fuck's sake. They kind of give you collections. You have other moves as well. You have a stomp you can do, which for some reason makes you freeze. I'm guessing. You can also lock into multiple enemies at once, which is a bit of a, which is actually quite an interesting kind of mechanic. Oh, I'm not going to jump in today, which is kind of a bit of a problem since this game is basically 95% jumps. That's a bit better. And that is...
I'm gonna have to bring in my A-game if I want to mop the floor with this spotted foot.
Yeah, so... Yeah, these are the colour powers. I'm not a big fan, honestly. I think it kind of... It's the problem that a lot of the Sonic games have, is that they kind of lose focus. So they're like, oh yeah, we've got this great idea. We're gonna, we're gonna do these kind of 3D style worlds, and it's like, oh, that's good, yeah, do that. And then like, well, then we're gonna add these, kind of weird power things. It's like, no, you had the right idea the first time. Just stick to what you know. Apparently I have like an inventory as well.
Be downtown.
This is nowhere near as hard as it looks. And what you gotta do is go knock him down, get out of the way, and then you can actually chain home goods. I can't remember how many you can do, but the thing is, the problem with this boss is you actually get too many hits in straight away. So I don't know. It's like the first boss.
You were lucky this time.
But like that's the level over. I've won. Yeah, you got a high score, but you don't have grades unlike other Sonic games. So it's not a case that you have to kind of play the game as the grading system demands. Right, so that is Omochao. He's generally known as an annoyance in these kind of games, but here what he does is he gives you challenges, which you can kind of, I don't know, you can do, and you get achievements. You probably get other stuff as well. Right, so what else can you do here? Oh, you should click this. You get items as well. I presume you get items. I don't know what this inventory is yet. That's one of the things I haven't figured out. It's the wonder of Steam Hibernation. I have about as much of a clue how to play this game as you do. Right, let's play this game normally. Windhill Zone 2. Basically, I kind of stopped around here. Right, so that's your chain. So you can do. I don't know what the maximum is. I think it's 5, but I don't want to say that in case I'm wrong. Right, yeah, you got rings, you got 10 rings. In case you haven't guessed, 100 rings gives you an extra life. Not that really matters. You'll get life by the dozens by the end of the game. The game is pretty tough though, apparently. That's one thing I did here. Right, that is goopy stuff. Yeah, I'm not good with the laser jump, but I apparently did alright with that. Oh. Be careful. I mean, I do like this kind of ring thing. I mean, the anti-gravity thing is probably something that would suit a 3D Sonic game well, because you don't have to worry about being in the wrong place and you're kind of just randomly being defeated by gravity. Which is the problem that people always have with the 3D Sonic games, your Sonic Adventures, particularly Sonic Sonic 2006. Right, can I just... There we go. I think you meant to charge with that jump thing, but I can never get the pattern right. Yeah, the game's designed for the Wii-U, so it's never gonna be never gonna be particularly taxing. But there are some really nice effects, kind of like a lot of Wii-U games. They there's some quite nice shiny stuff in it. Oh no, you bollocks! Oh bollocks! That could have gone better. Well, let's gloss over that. I mean, I suppose some people have. Kind of the main problem people had at the time was you came from Sonic Generations, which had a brilliant game engine that you need to change, and this kind of changes everything again, and it kind of almost feels unnecessary. Like, you probably could have just made Sonic Generations 2. Well, not even Sonic Generation 2, but like a game with the Sonic with the Hedgehog engine, which is the one used for Sonic. There we go, that's more like it. So, can I? Oh, wait, can I destroy them? Oh, you can. All right. That's mildly disappointing. Grab those rings. Charge through. Bits of the game almost seem like they're laid out with the Hedgehog engine, right? Because you can do like quick steps in that game. You can't do them here. I mean, admittedly, part of it is there's a lot of odd controls I don't quite understand. Like, well, not the spin dash, which is on left trigger for some reason, but charge you forward. Oh god, I'm being chased by a boulder. Bollocks. I mean, I will say though, control-wise, it actually fixes a lot, because I mean, the Hedgehog engine basically was a patch for the big problem, which was, in 3D, Sonic does not move very well. They just haven't, they never got the hang of it. This doesn't have that problem. This does actually have really nice controls. Mildly floaty, I suppose, particularly if you're used to the really tight controls of Generations, but it's not a bad system, really. But I don't know. There's somewhat. I suppose the problem is by this point, the kind of everything. Sonic was the only constant in a lot of these games. Right, okay. Okay, I unlocked something. What did I even do? I don't know. I'm so confused. There's just all these game mechanics.
Hey! I've been looking for you, Baldy McNosehair.
Oh, Ben!
Friends.
Friends? These are nobody's friends. They are the Deadly Six, and they are your worst enemy.
And apparently only two of them deserve colour.
Show this blue pest how you do things up here.
With pleasure.
I've already beaten you once.
Itching for a fight all day.
I think you're itching because you need a bath.
Are you disrespecting me?
Maybe.
I'm gonna mess you up!
I'd love to stay and watch him disassemble you, but I have business to attend to.
You know, there is a kind of morbid side of me that actually quite likes these cutscenes. They're kind of silly enough. And I suppose kind of, you know, you're playing a game where you're a blue hedgehog that goes at the speed of sound. Like, you don't need a good story, really. You don't need a good story. You don't need, like, dramatic dialogue. That's where the Sonic Adventure games failed, because they would try to inject too much angst into a kind of a game that really can't do anything with it. This is really all we want. And frustratingly, the Windy Hill music is abusively catchy. Yeah. Crap, I don't know what happened there with the sheep.
I've been dreaming about pounding his sorry blue butt.
Of course. Ah, yeah, so as you see, you can get moved into different kind of types of areas. Anyway. Oh, look how Buzzsaw, okay, Buzzsaw flowers, I'm, you know. You got me there. Oh, hello. I think what happened was they saw, I think Sega saw, like, they wanted to copy Mario. They're like, oh, we're gonna copy a Mario game. Like, oh, which one? Shit, do all of them. Yeah, I'm not even gonna try doing that swing. But yeah, you got like the. But yeah, this is very, you know, seems very inspired by New Super Mario Brothers. Any of them, they're pretty much all the same game. I've probably not made any friends. Seriously, I love Mario. And I even like New Super Mario Brothers Wii, but you play Super Mario Brothers U, it is the same game, except with that stupid asymmetrical thing.
Sonic! I'm gonna take this hedgehog down, or the gang will wreck me till I'm blue!
But then they also go like, oh yeah, that Galaxy game was very popular. Let's copy that.
Oh yeah.
And honestly, there's just worse games you could copy. There's a black hole somewhere. Oh, there we go. Oh shit. There's our silver ring. Oh shit. How much time do we have left? What's it to say? Is it like frozen while I'm in this area or something? I think it might well be. Oh, well, there we go. But it is very odd. You've got like quick steps and kind of free running controls and stuff like that. And it's see, yeah, you can just kind of jump up like you're playing Assassin's Creed or something. Balls. Oh, I balls that one up. There we go. God, I'm bad at this. Cute. That wasn't the game. Some games that you play, yeah, some games like you play kind of set pieces from movies. This game actually play cartoon set pieces.
I'm gonna skin you alive!
Come on.
I can't believe it!
Oh, that was easy enough. Yeah, Zone 4 of Windy Hill. So let's at least see if we can get to.
All right, we good to go or what, Tails?
I've built a TV out of paper clips.
Yeah.
And reprogrammed a supercomputer using dishwashing detergent and a toothpick.
I know.
So look, fixing a propeller on a biplane? That's about as difficult as taking a nap.
Okay, I didn't need your whole life story. A simple good to go would have been cool.
All right. Good to go!
Cool!
Yeah, they're like fade out. I bet someone like flood the lines like, yeah, shouldn't have done that. Okay. Right, we have a new level. I mean, I suppose that, you know, my kind of theory also kind of explains this bizarre world map. Which, from what I can tell, is just an excuse to give you a one-up randomly. Anyway, let's give Desert World a try. The desert levels are some of the, you know, some of the most interesting Mario levels.
These animals are quite underwhelming. I'm disappointed in you incompetent fools. Violently disappointed.
We don't care about your disappointment, Master.
Do you care now?
Oh no, not the conch shell. Oh god, that actually is the thing. God, if we get 7 more, though, to be able to wake the windfish.
Bring better animals.
I just noticed the scoring system is exactly the same as the Mario games. You'll, I think so. There we go, 3 run up. Get us across this. Whoa. See, he does a lot of things right, actually. And I've done something very not right either. By no, not picking up any rings. Oh, I'm not. Not sure how you get that one, but oh well. There's probably methods to the madness. We'll probably finish this level and then we'll probably go for what was that? I thought I was going to do the super peel out from like Sonic CD or something. It's certainly another game I probably will do Steam and Hibernation on because I haven't played the PC version of that. Oh, okay. Come on. No, get it off. Eat my bounce. Yeah, I heard one magazine basically just said this game celebrated as adequate, and I think that's kind of right. But I suppose after some of the games that the Sonic series have done, and indeed the game that was released just after this, the next year, possibly, you know, the Sonic Boom, possibly one of the worst games ever made. Maybe there's something to be said to just be a good game. This did unfortunately get rid of the Legend of Zelda kind of mode where you can like pick up routines, but you know, that was inevitably going to disappear. I will show you what they put in instead, although I suspect that's one of those things that will be on the Wii-U version just as DLC. How do I? Okay, so we have a flight. Right, that's good. Yeah, I presume what they've got is it's like Mario 64 where they've got the oh shit. They've got the good oh right, I see what I was meant to do, but anyway, I've just gotta suffer. Oh, hold on. Apparently so. Oh wow. I will say at least they factor stuff like that in. Other Sonic games are probably just for, you know, you die if you miss the set piece, but no, they let you live. That competency will get you many points with me. Because Christ knows that the Sonic games really could do with some competency. Yeah, the game. But yeah, as I was saying, the game that came out just after this, Sonic Boom: The Rise of Lyric, which was possibly one of the worst games in the history of anything, just by fundamentally not working. It's just think they actually get something that's halfway decent, really. And I'm kind of one of those games who I'm always got a soft spot. I'm always curious about Sonic games, especially the ones that aren't like available on systems I have. So for the longest time, I didn't play. I wanted to play Sonic 2006, even though I'd heard it was terrible. Oh, and I'm dead. Even though I'd heard it was terrible, but simply because I never played it. You know, I wanted to kind of play them all, if that makes sense. You know, and this was another one. I think the only game I haven't really played is Secret Rings, the kind of Wii game, which is kind of based on the Aladdin, based on kind of, you know, the Arabian Nights tales. But that was just because I'm not interested in that kind of folklore, so the game would have had nothing for me. Oh, I was lucky. I'm gonna make it. Yeah, good game. This is it, in some respects it doesn't feel very much like a Sonic game. You know, it lacks that kind of momentum, I suppose, to a degree, because you've got the auto free running gimmick thing. Get out of the way. Oh, that was much closer than I really think it should have been. I think that wasn't intended to be as tempestuous as it was. Oh, that looky there. Oh fuck, out of the way. Fuck, out of the way. Oh, I'm dead. Again. You know what? We don't care about the bell. Ah, wrong button. Oh. No. I like it. Yeah, let's just leave. Worth a try. But yeah. I saw the promise though. I like this game. Yeah, I enjoy playing it. But does it really connect to people? Could we, you know, there's something to be said about kind of having a kind of gaming legacy, and the, you know, the games I remember from our youth, a lot of them will still hold up, even though, you know, a lot, I mean, some of it will be based on nostalgia, but a lot of it will still hold up because they were, you know, good games. Ow. Good games is really, for fuck's sake. Kind of based on very strong fundamental ideas, and Lost World doesn't. Lost World is a kind of higgledy-piggledy mix of a load of different games, and not all of the mixes work. Oh shit! Well, ooh, okay. See, Mario, that would have been an instant kill. So, thanks. Looking for small favors, yeah. Oh, it's off the nice sand anyway. Oh. Right, so that's just you get hit, then. That's Don't know where the bell's gone, don't care. That was not a good idea. I don't even know what I was thinking. And that stuff is just literally just happening on screen. Yeah. So yeah, so I suppose we should talk about the matter of its Steam re-release. It's HD 1080p, not necessarily a big deal. Yay. Not necessarily a big deal because, of course, not necessarily a big deal because, you know, this is a Wii U game. It does run very well. It seems to run on a much nicer engine than, an engine that's much nicer for PC than Generation, so you don't get in, so even though I'm kind of recording and stuff like that, it does seem to work just fine. Yeah, so this is Nightmare Zone. This is based on Yuji Naka's other game, Nights into Dreams. So you got the rings there. That's a gimmick. That is the main boss from Nights. I believe this music is based on Journey into Dreams, which I've also not played. So I don't know what to tell you here. This is the first boss. It's slightly tougher. So it takes 6 rather than right, so apparently we had some kind of flying thing. Oh wait, is this a boss rush? Oh, that was spoilers, I suppose. Okay. Alright. Well, okay, that bit wasn't really a spoiler because I messed it up, but... It looks pretty though, I've gotta be honest. It's a novel approach to force you to replay old bosses. Yeah, that music is definitely nice. Oh, that's what I did. Okay. You lure him into something. Where am I going? Yes, I'm not quite sure about this whole colour warping thing. I also have no idea what that thing is meant to be. So I'm frightened. And this is just kind of standard Sonic Rush style boss where you're just going to run around the circle thing. That could have gone better. Okay, that makes sense. I like bosses like this where you're gonna basically force feed them their own projectiles. And this way does to do it. I do like this remix of it's kind of like a Sonic style remix of the Nights music, which is awesome. Just the Nights music is great. Right, so, well, spoiler alert, you have all this to look forward to. But to be honest, you know, the bosses aren't designed to be self-evident, so it's not necessarily, I don't think I'm spoiling too much by showing it. There's no more. This happens if I get all the... Oh shit, no, I missed it. Oh, fuck. Okay. A pretty neat set piece at least. And there's all the ones. Not ones. I can't remember what they're called. Lumps are something else, I'm sure they are. That is a mystery I don't think I'll ever solve. Are they lums? Are they not? Okay, so every time you score 100,000 points you get it right. Oh, and you get a bonus for doing it. That's neat. Right, I think that's a good amount to stop. I'd say it's well worth your time. The game costs £20 at the moment. I'd say try and wait for a sale for it to go ever so slightly down in price. I mean, it's good though. You know, it's not a bad game. It's certainly at this price. You'll probably get quite a bit out of it. Apparently, it's quite a lengthy game. It apparently has quite a bit of challenge to it as well. So there'll hopefully be a bit of bite to it. And also just bite to wash away the memories of Sonic Boom Live Lyric. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. I have been HuggyDave. This has been Steam Hibernation, and this has been Sonic World. And goodbye.